Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naranjaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktin Bhavadir Naistiti Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. Today we are going to discuss first canto 18th chapter, verse text number 19, 1:18-19, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Parchit cursed by the Brahmana boy. Hare Krishna. Please repeat behind me. Kutaḥ punar gṛṇato nāma tasya. Mahattamaikānta-parāyaṇasya.
mahattamaikānta-parāyaṇasya.
Yo nanta-śaktir bhagavān ananto.
nanta-śaktir bhagavān ananto.
mahad-guṇatvād anantam āhuḥ.
mahad-guṇatvād anantam.
kutaḥ punar gṛṇato nāma tasya.
kutaḥ punar gṛṇato nāma tasya.
mahattamaikānta-parāyaṇasya.
mahattamaikānta-parāyaṇasya.
Yo nanta-śaktir bhagavān ananto.
nanta-śaktir ananto.
mahad-guṇatvād ananta āhuḥ.
mahad-guṇatvād anantam āhuḥ.
kutaḥ punar gṛṇato nāma tasya.
kutaḥ punar gṛṇato tasya.
mahattamaikānta-parāyaṇasya.
mahattamaikānta-parāyaṇasya.
Yo nanta-śaktir bhagavān ananto.
nanta-śaktir ananto.
mahad-guṇatvād anantam āhuḥ.
mahad-guṇatvād anantam āhuḥ.
Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. Kutaḥ, what to say.
What is it to say?
Punaḥ, again. gṛṇataḥ, one who chants. Nāma, holy name. Tasya, is. Mahattama, great devotees. Ekanta, exclusive. Parāyaṇasya, of one who takes shelter of. Yaha, who, he who. Ananta is the unlimited. Shaktihi, potency. Bhagavān, the personality of Godhead. Anantaha, immeasurable. Mahad, great. Guṇatvād, on account of
Ananta,
such attributes.
such attributes.
Yam,
Yam,
whom, Anantam,
Anantam,
by the name
by
Ananta,
the name of
by the name Ananta,
āhuḥ
āhuḥ
is called.
is
God.
Translation and purport by Jivangiri Sabhaya Channa and A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Yes.
Translation, please repeat behind me. And what to speak
And
what
what
to
to speak
of those
of those
who are under the direction of
who are
who
under
are
the
under the
direction
direction
of
of
the great devotees,
the great devotee,
chanting the holy name of the Unlimited,
chanting the holy name of the Unlimited,
who has
who has
unlimited potency,
unlimited potency,
the personality of Godhead,
the personality of Godhead,
unlimited in potency
unlimited
unlimited
in
in
potency,
potency
and transcendental by
and transcendental by
attributes
attributes,
is called Ananta,
is called Ananta,
unlimited.
unlimited.
Purport. The dvija-bandhu or the less intelligent, uncultured man born of higher caste put forward many arguments against the low caste men becoming brāhmaṇas in this life. They argue that birth in a family of Śūdra or less than Śūdras is made possible by one's previous sinful act, and that one therefore has to complete the terms of disadvantages due to lower birth. And to answer these false logicians, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam asserts that one who chants the holy name of the Lord under the direction of the pure devotee can at once get free from the disadvantages due to lower caste birth. A pure devotee of the Lord does not commit any offenses while chanting of the holy name of the Lord. There are 10 different offenses in the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. To chant the holy name under the directions of the pure devotee is offenseless chanting. Offenseless chanting of the holy name of the Lord is transcendental, and therefore such chanting can at once purify ones from the effects of all kind of previous sins. This offenseless chanting indicates that one has fully understood the transcendental nature of the holy name and has thus surrendered unto the Lord. Transcendentally, the holy name of the Lord and the Lord himself are identical, being absolute. The holy name of the Lord is as powerful as the Lord. The Lord is the all-powerful personality of Godhead, and he has innumerable names which are all non-different from him and are all equally powerful also. In the last word of the Bhagavad-gītā, the Lord asserts that one who surrenders fully unto him is protected from all sins by the grace of the Lord. Since his name and he himself are identical, the holy name of the Lord can protect the devotee from all effects of sins. The chanting of the holy name of the Lord can undoubtedly deliver one from the disadvantages of a lower caste birth. The Lord's unlimited power is extended on and on by the unlimited expansion of the devotees and incarnations. And thus every devotee of the Lord and incarnations also can be equally surcharged with the potency of the Lord. Since the devotee is surcharged with the potency of the Lord, even fractionally, the disqualification due to the lower birth cannot stand in the way. Hare Krishna. Actually, in this sloka, it is talking about the power of the holy name of the Lord. Yesterday, we discussed about the power of the person whom the pure devotee of the Lord. How if you associate even 1 second, if you get the association, if he sees also, there is a change in us. It will change our life entirely. It will take you to the spiritual path. So that is the way we discussed yesterday, and we discussed about the varna and ashrama and all. So this is the continuation of that. So here again is talking about the dvija-bandhus, the current society, what the Brahmana family, the person who born in the Brahmana family, even though they are not following the Brahmanical culture, that means they are not doing their prescribed duties. That their prescribed duty is taking care of the Archa Vigraha and doing the pujas and spread the knowledge of Lord to all the others. That is the only duty of the Brahmana community. But the current Brahmana community, the so-called Brahmana community, they are born in the Brahmana family, maybe traditionally, but they are not following the Brahmanical culture. What they are doing, their competitive exam they are writing, they are trying to become a competitive in the other lower works. They are in the IT companies, all the ways they are working like a laborers. So they are not considered, they should not be not considered as a Brahmanas. They are dvija-bandhus. That is Brahmanas, son of Brahmana only we need to consider. But those who born in the Brahmana family, they are currently what in those people, even though they are not following the Brahmanical culture, what they are propagating that since because of your past sinful life, you born in the family of lower birth. You took the birth in the śūdras family, other persons, he talking to the other people who are taking the bhakti, they are criticizing that since your previous birth, you did so much of sins. Because of that, you took the birth in a low-caste family. So you have to, in this lifetime, you have to be in that same state. You should not try to become a Brahmana. So that is their logic. So Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, it is saying the logic got broken here. So why it is broken? Because one who chant the holy name of the Lord under the pure devotee, so that person can relieve from all the disadvantage of low-caste birth. The pure devotee of the Lord, the sannyasis, if you initiated by a sannyasi, even your birth may be from a Sudra family or from a Vaishya family, but once you took the initiation from the diksha, from the pure devotee of the Lord, from the sannyasi, and you started chanting the holy name of the Lord, then your position will be transcendental. All the past sins will be eradicated quickly. So this is one of the analogy Prabhupada always used to say. Suppose a low-caste person, we can say that is a small hut. There is no light in the hut. No electricity in the hut. From traditionally, there is no electricity in the hut. See, immediately the light came into that hut. That means we can't say that immediately the light came means immediately the darkness in the room will be go off. It is not like that, okay, the light, now only the light came, so darkness will go later. It's not like that. The darkness will go immediately. The similar way, the person, when we start chanting the holy name of the Lord under the guidance of the pure devotee, the darkness, the disadvantages of the low-born birth, everything, and the past sins, everything will be eradicated immediately. How? The dark room, once you put the light, immediately it will become bright. The similar way, once we start the holy name of the Lord, chanting the holy name of the Lord, immediately all of our sins will be eradicated. So we will be in the transcendental position. So, and also it is not limited to only the chanting the holy name of the Lord. The person, even though the person born in the lower caste family, they can, if their quality is adapted to the Brahmanical culture, their quality by nature, they are willing to do the Archa Vigraha Seva and willing to learn the Shastras and giving the lectures to others. If that qualities, if they have, they can develop that qualities and they can become a Brahmana. And after that, once they chant the holy name of the Lord properly and they just become a realized soul, then they become beyond the Brahmana, they can become a Vaisnava also. So that is the way of progressing in the low-caste person can progress in bhakti even the Kali Yuga. So here Prabhupada is explaining there is no difference between the holy name of the Lord and the Lord himself. So you are saying Krishna, so you are seeing Krishna photo and Krishna himself, everything is same. So we are thinking that, okay, we are just calling Krishna's name. But when we call Krishna, immediately Krishna came in front of us. We may not be able to realize that, but Lord is in front of us because we called someone. See, by nature, in the material life also, if you call someone, Venkatesh, if you call the person name is Venkatesh, he's not seeing you, but he is going on the way. You are calling Venkatesh, immediately the person will turn and see you. Why? Because we are calling him, and he understood that the person is calling me, so I need to turn and want to see. So here the normal human being is able to understand that you want to turn and see somebody calling me. So Lord, why not Lord? So when you chant the holy name of the Lord consciously, the Hare Krishna mantra, immediately the Lord turn towards you. But we need to focus on the Lord immediately. Focus on the name itself. There is no difference between the name and the Lord. Okay. So, for example, Prabhupada used to give another example, like if you chant mango. So I'm telling that mango, mango, mango. So if I say mango, everybody we can imagine that mango is like that. Taste will be like this. We can imagine. But actual mango and the word mango, it is different. It is the material. Since we are talking about the material things, the actual mango and the word mango is different. By chanting the name of mango, we can't taste the mango. The taste won't come. And we can't see the mango also. But when you chant the holy name of the Lord, it's not like that. It's not like that. Not like the material thing. Because when you chant the holy name of the Lord, Lord immediately appeared in front of you. So there is no difference between chanting the holy name of the Lord and the Lord himself. Both are same. So that's what Prabhupada is explaining here. So in the Kali Yuga, in the Yuga Dharma is chanting the holy name of the Lord. It is the potency of the holy name is so powerful. It will eradicate all the sins of the Lord, sins of your sins. So it is said that the person who started chanting the holy name of the Lord and you getting the shelter of a pure devotee of the Lord and got initiated under the guidance of a pure devotee, if someone started chanting the holy name of the Lord, even though the person is not able to chant completely, means completely in the sense, even we can't fully concentrate on the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. It is said that even the 108 mantras are there. Our focus will be 20 to 30 only. It will be always, if you focus each and every mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So if you try to focus on the mantra, the normal person, it will be, they can focus only 20 to 30 mantras only. If even though they chant the 108 mantras, only 20 to 30 only they can focus, fully they can focus. All the other time, what will happen? Even though we are chanting, all the other time, our mind will go to roam here and there. Oh, what should I do? And what prasadam I need to prepare? And what is the activities are there? And what happened to the neighbor? What is happening outside? So all this will come on our mind. So the chanting of the holy name of this is very pure. Why we are chanting every day? Because we need to remember the Lord every day. The first activity, why we are chanting the morning, the first activity of the day, we have to remember the Lord. We need to take the name of the Lord. So that the day fully, he will be taking care of us. We don't want to, because we may not able to remember the Lord always in the whole day. Because we may get into the office work, household works, this and that. So it is not possible for us to concentrate the Lord all whole day. Even though sometimes we will, yes, in between we will remember the Lord. But it is, since we are not get the taste to the holy name of the Lord and the connection between the Lord, it is not possible for us to always think about the Lord. That's the reason morning first activity we are thinking about we are chanting about the Lord, chanting the holy name of the Lord. So by chanting the holy name of the Lord, gradually what will happen? Our mind will be filled with the holy name always. So always then the remembrance of the Lord, it will come always. So in the Bhagavad-gītā, Lord used to say that, so I am the taste of the water. So you can remember the Lord by while drinking the water also, we can remember the Lord. Okay, the water is, the Lord is saying that I am the taste. So then we can remember the Lord. I am the smell of the Lord. I am the potency in the man. I am in the month. I am the Margashirisha. So there are a lot of things Lord is saying there. So whenever we are remembering those come across those things, we can remember the Lord. But we can remember the other material things. Always we will remember. Whatever we are more hankering, that thing we will remember more. Even though if it is an immaterial thing, it is a very, very, compared to the bhakti, compared to the holy name of the Lord, what the material thing may be very, very low cost or valueless. But for that, we may think continuously, we will think. See, our life is very limited. For example, we maybe if at all we are healthy and wealthy, maybe 100 years we will live. Now 100 years, if it is maximum, we can live 100 years. Otherwise, it is 60, 70, 80. We don't know what is our lifetime. So in what we are thinking that once a grown-up man, once you become married, then the person will think, though, I need to build a house. So the middle class persons. So I need to have my own house. So that meant that my building a own house, the thinking will be there day and night. He will think, even though they don't have the money, I need to get some loan. I need to sell my gold. I need to, however, I need to purchase a land. I need to get a house. Since our lifetime is very, 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 very small, but even though we know that we are not going to live prolongly, we are going to live, our life is very, very short. Already we crossed more than 25 years, we already crossed. Still, what we will think, I need to build I need to have my own house. So this is the way, but the owner's thinking will be there the whole day and night. We will think, what are the ways I need to get the loan, this and that. We will think all day and night. But the same thing, if you come to the spiritual activity, we can't think about the Lord in that similar way. So in order to practice that we are what we are doing, we are chanting the holy name of the Lord every day morning. So whatever it is said that whatever the activity you are doing in the Brahma Muhurta time morning, that will be, it will be in your memory, always it will be stay in your memory strongly. That is the reason when we are in the childhood, we will always ask the child to study in the morning, so that our memory will be powerful. It will stay in the memory strongly. So that is the reason we are chanting the holy name of the Lord in the morning itself, so that during the Brahma Muhurta time, so that the holy name will be stored in your memory always, so that at the end of the life, while leaving our body, we can remember the Lord quickly, because it is there in the memory. That's the reason we need to chant the holy name of the Lord in the morning. And also chanting the holy name of the Lord, it will eradicate the 21 whatever the previous birth, our previous 21 what is it, 21 like not lifetime, 21 our father generation, 21 generation, it will clear the sins, and 21 generation it will bring the overall there in our lineage. That person also inclined their sins also will eradicate. So that's the power of the holy name of the Lord. So we are in the right path. We are in the very rare path. Yes, chanting the holy name of the Lord, not everyone can understand in this material world. Only the intelligent person can understand, get the chance. It is by the Lord's mercy only we got the chance. So please chant the holy name of the Lord in the morning constantly, so that we can remember the Lord at the end of the life and we can go back to Gaudiya. Hare Krishna. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna. Any questions, any doubts?